Over the next few minutes, I'm going to be breaking down the 7 lies keeping you stuck at 6 figures as a solo real estate agent. But just you here watching this video, me, David Bronner, just going over this means you're already taking just a massive step to want to build your brand. Maybe you've seen some of the top agents in your area just start killing it on social media. Maybe they hired the most luxury videographer and they're doing the most crazy, glowing, disappearing transitions, AI houses being built. But are they actually getting leads? Are they actually growing a meaningful personal brand? The first one is I'm not sure I have time to stay consistent with content. This is something I get almost on a weekly basis because this makes sense. A lot of you are busy doing whatever it is you're doing. Sometimes I'm like, oh, well, what are you doing? They're like, well, I got this going on. I got kids. At the end of the day, the goal is not perfect. It's about positioning. It's about posting enough volume to see what hits. That's why you're like, hey, I don't have the money for a videographer. Because and the people have told you that if you stay consistent, those are the winners in social media. And that's true. And I've seen that with my own success. This week, I'm recovering from a back injury. And I haven't been able to post as much. And I went from growing 60 to 100 followers a day to about 30 to 50, which I know sounds like, oh, well, you're still up there. But everyone, even the biggest names, start by posting quantity first to discover their winning formulas. So you're not too late, you're doing it right. What I like to say is you want to be posting a quantity amount of quality. Just a lot of quality makes sense, right? More views consistently, more leads, post consistently, but it has to be quality. Then how do you break it down? First, before you post a ton of quality, you have to find your normal quality. What's your audience like? What's actually getting you leads and signed in conversations and closings? Find that first, and then break down your own formula and post consistently. Like Gary Vee, he built his dad's business using Wine Library TV, posting hundreds of videos when nobody was watching. And he blew up once he found winning content pillars. He just started on YouTube, documenting, putting it out. That's why documenting over creating is such a massive framework, because in the beginning, you just need to get content out. Document everything you do, and you can use it for content. Alex Hormozi is a bonus example. He preaches volume first, then quality follows. His breakout videos came after 500 plus posts nobody saw. Imagine you had 500 posts nobody saw. Pretty unfathomable for you right now. You're like, maybe I have 100 posts after like 5 years. I make 100 posts in 3 months. That's why consistency matters, and getting out the volume so that you can start reeling in on the quality. So again, what if I invest into myself, like me, I have a Realtor Content Academy for, I believe it's 4 months right now. And I help realtors scale to 6 and 7 figures. So what if you invest in me? What if you invest in a different coach that you like, that you connect with better? It's totally fair, but this isn't about luck. When you're cutting the check for speed with a coach, it's about an investment. You're not just having an expense. An investment gets you a return. An expense, just money out of your pocket. Because it really is about execution. If you follow the proven framework, which typically lies around messaging, call to actions, some AI automation, and building a brand, it's cause and effect. If you do it consistent enough, you will see results. If you do not stay consistent, you will not continue to see results. It's already working for agents. That's the thing. This isn't a new thing. This is working for agents today. And if you want social media to be your main lead gen source, then do it. No one is stopping you. Not one person. It works for agents. It works for wholesalers. It even works for mortgage brokers I work with. Even Gina Marie, one of my clients, signed a $10.5 million listing last year just after 90 days of following content systems, after struggling on her own for a year. Starting the 90 days, she was an agent for like 8 months. So that's why I say about after a year. Some people are already in a coaching program. So that, first of all, is a super smart investment on yourself. What I would say is I'd be curious is if that program specifically teaches you, automated Instagram systems for inbound lead generation. If not, then what I teach could actually complement it, not necessarily compete. Teo was doing this exact thing. Brand, sales, content. But some people don't know if their audience would even care about what they post. Some people have the wrong audience. Some people have, maybe they moved. Like, that's a big one. One question I get that's not on here is, should I delete my account or should I keep it? I always say if you want to delete your account, only delete it and create a new one if the audience you have is not local. If the audience you have now is local, then keep it, because they're going to be interested about the locations you post. Because once you actually hone in on knowing what to post, having it more location versus actual just selling real estate, then they're going to be interested in what you're posting. As if you were just posting homes all day, they'd probably skip your posts. But that's why strategy matters. When you tell real stories, whether it's building wealth, protecting family, securing freedom, it hits emotional triggers, especially with locations. Right people will lean in, the wrong people will fall off. That's exactly what you want. Jason, who is actually Tom Ferry's coach, proves that story-based marketing performs 5 times better than listing spam. And what is listing spam? Listing spam is an average walkthrough tour that just has the price. Maybe it's you're just listed, you just sold posts. That's listing spam. Can I just learn it all from YouTube? I mean, everyone says, again, with AI, with YouTube, it's out there. Why don't I just learn? I mean, you could. It could probably take 12 months. Like back in the old day, like 5 years ago, without ChatGPT, maybe it'd take you 24 months, but it'd still take you 12 plus of trial and error to really see what works. My background is I actually started creating YouTube content almost a decade ago when I was about 12 years old. And I grew my own YouTube channel. I thought I was going to be a YouTuber. But at some point, I got a 9-to-5 job, and I wanted to. I kind of started liking business, and so that's when I started my own videography company. And now I coach real estate agents on technically the opposite now, on actually scaling to 6 and 7 figures with content they can use filming on their phone and editing on Instagram. But again, what we're doing, whether it's me or any other coach out there, is shortcutting your mistakes so that you will start getting traction immediately. And you're learning from someone who already paid tuition in time and money. Ed, smart people compress decades into days by learning from people who did it already. Even Ryan Serhant invested 6 figures in coaching after already being a millionaire because speed equals scaling. Ed Milet, again, like he was saying, you are compressing decades into days. That's an incredible thing to be able to do nowadays. Even if you have to go get an Amex and an Amex blue business card to put a freaking coaching plan on there and have 12 months to pay it off. There's 2 people out there. There's people who are going to be like, I can't find where to invest right now, so I'm not going to. And the second person is the person who says, okay, I may not be able to find how to get the money right now, but I'm going to figure out how. Which of those two people is going to see their results and success faster? A lot of people say they don't want to be stuck on Instagram all day. And I get it. My girlfriend complains that I'm on Instagram too much, which is why we're actually building out AI automated systems. We're actually building out a VSL plus a lead magnet, which is going to, with simple daily actions, it's not going to be a second job. We're going to have an AI automation system building and customizing everything with a VSL and a lead magnet for your bio, your call to action. The VSL lead magnet is going to attract them visually with your words. Like my whole business system. In my Instagram bio, I have a VSL, a video sales letter. And at the bottom, I have free value. And that's the exact system I show agents how to do. And it's working. So basically, it's not going to be a second job. Well, I like to say you can do this by only spending 3 to 5 hours per week on content. It does not have to be a long time. Think deal attracting profile, not you won't be a full-time influencer. A lot of people think you really need to just be posting like 24/7. So you're an agent. That's your job. Content needs to be something that can save you time. Loidia Velasquez right here books daily listing appointments by posting 5 to 10 minutes of daily content, not not being chained to Instagram 24/7. Trust me, I know that content can feel like a full-time job. Once you actually learn how to, use systems, just like anything, it will work for you. But the last one isn't just the market too saturated right now. Everyone is posting content. Yeah, but it's actually saturated with bad content. So it's not strategic. There's no storytelling. If you're bringing real value and a personal brand, you'll actually have way less competition than you think. Glenda Baker, one of those popular faces on Instagram with real estate, started posting in one of the most saturated places. Just the real estate niche space in general. But she gained over 5 million views in the first year by leaning into her authentic storytelling, not just promoting more listings. Organic content is easier to win today because bad content floods the feed. Next time you're scrolling on Reels, watch how many you actually have to go through to watch an entire video. You're probably scrolling through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 posts to find one you actually want to watch, even if it's only for 5 seconds. Because your quality will stand out fast. Your quality being yourself. One of the most common things that I get right now, but I'll finish it up by saying, this is how you build an automated pipeline, which will work for you even when you're taking a day off. One of the most common questions I get and be like, hey, David, I want to create content, but there's so much out there and it all looks the same. I want to create something different. I want to create something unique and original. Nothing's original. You're not going to come up with the most crazy original style. Everyone's style is built off of something else. And the reason why something, feels new is because they added their own personal touch to it. If you are seeing so much flooded of the same content, for one, that means it probably works. But 2, if you want to create different content, you have to implement yourself. The way to make content feel like, to differentiate it from all the other pieces of content in the crowd is by adding yourself. You are that factor. You are the thing that's going to separate it. I truly believe that content and building a brand is the fastest way to get to 6 and 7 figures. 6 and 7 figures as a solo real estate agent. Not on Zillow Flex, not SOI, not getting 2 or 3 leads a week on open houses, but through these 7. But if you do end up deciding you want to try to scale with Instagram and YouTube, and actually have it work for you and be one of your main lead gen sources, then all you have to do is head over to my Instagram. It's at official David Bronner. It'll be linked in the description, maybe in the pinned comments. And right there, just DM me the word deal and I'll reach out to you. I'll hit you up just to kind of see what it looks like to work with me. If it's not something that will work, that's totally okay. I just want to have that conversation with you and actually just on the phone call, actually look over your business and give you an audit to at least leave you with something on where to go. So I will see you then.